legt sich nicht zu sagen. I know that somebody that went, somebody went to the Chaim Tag and asked them a few questions in the Indian. So das Chaim gesagt, ich bin nicht in der Sugi jetzt, but ich hoffe, wenn ich lerne, ich werde mir klar erzählen. So das ist it. Akoponium Azul in your name. When again the bits of Krishma that it's not comes out of who it's when you say Krishma at night, the question is if you say Krishma at night, you have a half a mitzvah nicht. A bewusster concept, Shaila, everybody knows that Chat is Shir Osrotere. If you eat a effort for Yisur Zechatos, what do you mean with a mitzvah? You do a half a mitzvah. You say a mitzvah nicht. You have a halbe mitzvah. There is such a concept of a chotzi mitzvah. A ganze Shaila weg there. You give a kinyan von a chotzi mitzvah. So does a chotzi mitzvah nicht. If you have a half a kazais matzah, you have a mitzvah to eat it nicht. The same thing you have to shir also teire, should be the same thing gabi mitzvah also. I mean, what's the chilik? Why should be mechalek von a chotzi shir mit a chotzi mitzvah? The only thing could be like this, we can sagen as ba mitzvah, it's not shaykh as chotzi mitzvah. I think at a moshel, it's not this, it's not even be'erech. The concept von a mitzvah is rosh na'aliyah. The Rebbe what you should do the mitzvah in a certain way. What the Rebbe want, you should wear a tzitzes with dalet kanfes, right? What happens if somebody doesn't have? You have only 2 kanfes. Well, onto the tzitzes. The Rebbe want 4. I have 4. What for 2? What's the schlecht? That's something. Somebody asks you, maybe you have $10. I'm sorry, I have 5. 5 is also good. So that is 5. The Rebbe wants you should give him 4 tzitzes, the Rebbe noch nicht 4, you give him 2. Everybody said that 2 tzitzes is gonish. Why? Because betzem 4 is echt gonish. The ganze Rehm von 4 hat der Rebbe schon gewollt das ist. Not because it's something. The Rehm von 4 tzitzes, not because 4 tzitzes is a größere Sache und 2 is less. The Rebbe want 4, aber winziger, der Rebbe will das nicht so gonish. So every mitzvah, the Rebbe wants you to do it a certain way. If you're not doing it, it's going to be wert. It's going to be Sachen, it's going to be. But Aveira is different. But Aveira, if you eat a chati shir from a dover rosso, is the thing, is the hefze technisch. Why is somebody not allowed to eat a stickel chazer? Because chazer is like poison. A little bit poison, it's also massive. What's the difference? So it's a hefze shalisa. And die sagt täglich, die sagt, it's something wrong with it. Sie nicht eine gute Sache. Bei Mitzvah, it's not just to say, you have a mitzvah to eat on this piece of matzah. It's a mitzvah in the matzah will assess. There's no mitzvah in the matzah should eat it. The mitzvah, the person should eat matzah, nicht on the matzah is a mitzvah. It's not just, it's a mitzvah, it's ufes in the matzah, like the Risse. As I said, every dog, you're not allowed to eat this is here, that is here, that's also. Bei Mitzvah geht es nicht dazu. Really, I don't think it's shaykh is. I know it's a ganze shaykh of Italian. It's a Indian for Chatzi Mitzvah, it's the other Chatzi Mitzvah. It's the Gebe Pshat in Agam. There is the Demel is there. The Moshe Sifaran and Muki Yesef. The Muki Yesef says, Jesus said there's a din, the mitzvah Hashavas Aveida, right? The mitzvah from Hashavas Aveida. Mitzvah says it. So the Gemara says in Bomitzir the Flamet, the mitzvah from Hashavas Aveida, but a Kayan is not allowed to go in to Beis HaKvores and take the mitzvah over there. Why? Because it's Allah, and Aleser, and Ese Nishdech Aleser Ve'eser. So the Gemara says, why do you have to say, because it's Aleser Ve'eser, even it's only Aleser, we're also not allowed, because Eser Dech Aleser, the Gemara says, only if it's Be'idne. At the same time, you do the Eved Aleser, Shas Maisi of the Eser. Shows Aveda, when you go into the Beis HaKvores, you're not doing the mitzvah yet. The mitzvah is better. So it's not considered doing the mitzvah, it's not a mitzvah. That's what the Mugyesim says. Other Foshim are saying that even it's not doing the mitzvah, since this is the only way to do the mitzvah, you cannot do it. You have to go and take it, then you do the mitzvah. So this became like a part from the mitzvah. So maybe a chotzi mitzvah, not sure if it's a mitzvah not, but it's very a hersher mitzvah, it's a tchilas mitzvah. Say, a matchel ba mitzvah immer ligmeh. A matchel ba mitzvah, it's a tchilas mitzvah. Tchilas mitzvah is also something. Maybe there is not an inyan from a chatzi mitzvah, that's a mitzvah b'fnei atzmei, but there is an inyan from tchilas mitzvah, the beginning of the mitzvah. So the Be'elam Be'em is a gerlich ma ba'alis, the Rambam says there's two mitzvahs, so even if you say only by night, you didn't finish the mitzvah, but it's a tchila idus, it's don't game, it's also something, it's a mitzvah. It's a tchilas mitzvah. The Be'elam therefore Be'em told the Mishnah with you starting the mitzvah, the technician tells why you're starting with the mitzvah from Krishma, but we start with the mitzvah, aber etwas. I said, what another more, I said, once to another, why you starting, why is the Shah starting with the mitzvah from Krishma, the Shayef mitzvah from Krishma. As the Meise, one of the Chassidim once, by Zlomna went to Rabbi Ruzhiner, and he saw two people came to him, they had a Skoman a Sefer, one of stories, and one of Chiddushei Torah. And Rabbi Ruzhiner said he should give him first the Sefer from the Sipurim, and then the Sefer from the Chiddushei Torah. And Rabbi Chossi didn't understand why first is the Sipurim. And then later on, the Ruzhiner says that the Litvische German had a kasha of mir, and the kasha is an alte kasha. Rashi has the kasha beginning of Chumash. Why is the Torah starting with Breishis, with a story, not with the first mitzvah? There's the Rashi's kasha. How come the Torah starting with the Chedesh, with the Breishis Borolokim, with a story, and not with the Chedesh? Kids, the Torah starting with a story. It's a kasha. How come the Shas Babli is not starting with a story? The story. The Torah is starting with a story time. You know how many stories is the first Mishnah of Broches? Meise shebov mono beis hamishte. So we have not so gedacht on im Shas mit der Meise shebov mono beis hamishte. But you cannot start with a story first. You have to know the mitzvah in Krishma. How can you say that story? So that's all my so mitzvah in Krishma. And then from the Rikya, Meise shebov beis hamishte. Tapeldik is why you need bechlau the Meise. Why you bring das am Meise? The Meise is born with a Mishnah, Kirim Nashma, meint Kimin und die ganze Meise. What's the Meise mäßig? Das ist davon mit der Meise. Was ist die Meise? Meise haben Simon der Bonne oder ich schnell von Tag, was da noch Schwurs, der Rebbe always said we should make a kiddush Torah, we should start, we should kabel in the Torah, Rebbe should Shiva, excited, that we kabel in the Torah mit der Simcha Tage. Und alle ganze Regeln, so wir sagen, so mehr für Simchas Torah, so der Kalam mit der Simcha, mit der Chayes, also der Rambam sagt, Moab ist Rosecho, Kol Hayel Hisichosi. Sagt er damit viel Mannisch.
I want to say how today's Rambam. Today's Rambam, on this question that you asked, today's Rambam, you say what's Krishna. Why do you say Pasha Shoyna first? Yeshbo Yichud Hashem, Avosoi, V'Talmudoi, Shezeu Iker HaGoru, Shakut Olivei. Wie kommt da rein? Speaking about this Krishna. Krishna is Yichud Hashem. The word Iker HaGoru, Shakut Olivei, he says in the Hagdama to this halachas. He says, I'm going to start speaking about the most important mitzvahs, Yirut Hashem and Avodah Zarah. That's where I'm starting first. By Avodah Zarah, right away, the first few halachas of the Rambam, to Amar Ladati Shesh L'Kacha, Eva V'Lav, Shezeu Iker HaGol Shakut Taliboy. This would like before should say Iker HaGol goes on Eivishter. Iker HaGol, he said Iker Das Moshe Rabbeinu. The Rambam himself said before. I'm going to say the first mitzvah that the Iker Das Moshe Rabbeinu. Yirut Hashem Avodah Zarah. By Avodah Zarah, he says right away, Zeu Iker HaGol Shakut Taliboy. But after Hashem, he doesn't say it right in the beginning. If he says it well because Krishna, what he says over here, there should be Chudei, יראת השם, והבוסר תלמודי. שזהו עיקר הגוף שכתוב. Again, so to understand why he leaves the word Zeikir Agov after he says Yichud Shmoy, Avosik Talmudei, Zeu Ikar Agov. Who's the Ikar Agov? Talmudei, Avosik, Yosik. So there's a Koyesh at the Rambam, Rav Kapach. Rav Kapach is a Taiman of Gogol, the word between Nun and Taiman. They live the life of the Rambam is around and Nun. He says the Rambam Talmudei means learning about Yichud Hashem. Talmudei doesn't mean learning Gemara. It means learning about Yichud Hashem. It's one enhancer. Yichud Hashem, Ahavosoi, Betalmudei. All this is Yichud Hashem. And we are busy a whole day with learning Yichud Hashem. So the Yichud Hashem is to bring down into your daily life the whole time thinking when you're learning about Yichud Hashem. Right, what he's saying. You say about mitzvahs, so this I'm saying when you say Mohativ say yourself, Mohativ starts so Mohativ say yourself for these halachas. Because the Teresecha means Krishna. Teresecha means Yichud Hashem, so it belongs here. If the whole day you're busy with Hashem, all the mitzvahs, what's his effort? The Pshat, the Mezuzah, is all Yichud Hashem, again Yichud Hashem, Yichud Hashem. That's what the whole life is about. The Sefer mitzvahs, he also says in mitzvah avodah. There's a mitzvah avodah Hashem. Avodah Hashem is even though it's a mitzvah klolis, but the yesh reported, and the Rosh would say, of Deyu, the Talmudoi, it first goes on davening, of Deyu, the Talmudoi, of Deyu, the Biggdosh. So davening, he says, you should daven like the you should always go to the Beis Hamikdash, just daven. Shlomo HaMelech said what you do in the Beis Hamikdash, what davening is. So of avodah is davening. Of Deyu Talmudoi, how is learning? What's avodah for learning? But according to so one thing, learning is avodah Hashem. Learning Teresecha. It's a way of becoming attached to Hashem, to bring down Hashem to yourself. That's the touch to Kolayim Hisikhosi. And even a little bit earlier, it says the Avas Hashem. Also, the Sefer Mrs. the Rambam says, not just like in the Sefer Yad, he says you get Avos Hashem is born in the Plurim from the Nebuchadnezzar, Gdoila Nebuchadnezzar. On that you should get Avos Hashem. In Sefer Mrs. he says you born in the Mitzvah. To look at how you get, he says that this is Avos Hashem is Dveikis Dveikis. That is Hashem. How you get the Dveikis, but through Mitzvahs, this born in Chabzach. What a mitzvah is, the Yichud, the Dveikis Hashem, you aim to mitzvahs, that's Yichud Hashem. So this is all one idea that we have to today's Rambam, because he asked the question that even parents will break the Torah. The first is today's Rambam, which we explained it. He asked the question. So it's interesting for all of us to know the importance of Yichud Hashem.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Rabbi Kaplan, Rabbi Ferrari. This is the union of Kínus Torah, where there is Yom Nigle and Chassidus and Halacha, Pardes HaTorah.
I'm not speaking Chassidus, speak Halacha.
Halacha has to get to learn Chassidus. Now we have the honor to have with us Rabbi Yisrael Meir Kremazi, Rosh Yeshiva in Yeshiva's Beis Meir in Kotsanuk. We, Baruch Hashem, have Yedidus for many years. From when I came to Mונטריאול, to Kotsanuk, we started the yeshiva. We always, Baruch Hashem, we are, both of our yeshivas, we just sit and learn together. We used to mechazik each other throughout the years. So we have the honor to have him with us today. We'll share with us a few words of Torah. Thank you very much.
דעת ראש הישיבה, רבנים, כל אחד לפי מעלתו, כבודו ומעלה. First of all, I want to say thank you to Rabbi Shuchat for inviting me. It's a bad night. This morning I wake up, I was not feeling well. And I almost canceled the late this afternoon. I was mamish not feeling well. And I covered the mamad, mamish sent me before Shalema, and Baruch Hashem I'm here today. It's a bad night. Mamish Shkayef, the Kínus Baruch Hashem, make us to be on the feet. Or Shiva, the captain say, Ma'avi Terosecho, Kolayom Sichosi. So once was a chassan, get married, get chassan classes. And he gave the chassan classes, the rabbi told him, listen, you have to go buy flour for the color every Friday. On the first Friday, he went and he buy roses. The color was not look very happy. The next week, he went to buy tulips. The week after, he went to buy a different flower. And every week, he was going and buying flowers and different one. And the color was not look happy. At the first anniversary, he decided I need at least one to make my bride happy. He went to the flower shop. He said, please, make me the nicest bouquet you never made, you never created. I want 1,000 on every single flower. I roses and the white and the red and the pink and the yellow and all mine of the beautiful roses that you have. So listen, it's going to cost you $5,000. So don't worry, you ask how much will I pay. The chassan is coming, knock on the door, and the kala is opening the door, and she sees the bouquet. It's 8 feet high, 5 feet large, and the kala is coming white and yellow and green, and he's opening the window, and she's taking the bouquet of flowers, and she's way up from the window, and she said to the chassan, you don't understand, I am allergic to flower. Many people, they say they love Torah, they go to Yom Kippur, they buying Achnasas Sefer Torah, they buying Paroches, they making Kiddushin, they making so many things to see and to show the love of the Torah. David HaMelech say, Mahavti Terosecho, Kol Hayoim Misichos. You love me? Don't buy me. Learn. David HaMelech say, I'm allergic. You don't understand? All these Sachen, I don't care. I care about the love. What's the love? Mahavti Terosecho, Kol Hayoim. The ganze Tag, Misichos. We have these Ashbouot. That is really late. Like I say, I will not feeling well, so I will be Mikatzer, the Kitzur Nimot. Just past Shavuos, and every shul was busy with one question. I was passing and giving a few classes, Yeshiva Dolam, Sipta, in here. Anybody with the same question, Rabbi, what are we doing with Bekas HaTorah? Are we say Bekas HaTorah? We don't say Bekas HaTorah? Who can be Yotze? Who cannot be Yotze? What the shul of sleeping, not sure sleeping. Everybody is busy with the same question. Baruch Hashem, 3,353 years about the same question. Do we say Bekas HaTorah or we don't say Bekas HaTorah? Did I sleep enough or I didn't sleep enough? He was sleeping to be half an hour, to be 1 hour, to be machmir and chazanish, 5 hours maybe 12 hours, to be sure I was zoiche and mekayem, the shiur of sleeping well, the shit and nishmin of the Arizal, to say the brachos. And the question is be'emes, what is Bekas HaTorah? Everyone know, I will not say chidushi, maybe in the end. One question everybody know, the Chacham Eluni, they ask in the Gemara in Brachos that should ask. The Chacham Eluni, they ask, read. The Yerushalmi mentioned that when Gemara said whoever was not saying Bekas HaTorah, he can be Yotze on the Avasol. Anybody ask and know the famous halachas in Ilchot Brachos, when someone is eating and drinking and is Mesiach Dat, after a few moments, a few hours, depending, customs, minhagim, but at one point, the bracha is finishing his time, and you need to say another bracha. The Tosfot is asking, the Chacham Elunel, ask the Rian Rabbeinu Tam, how come that when we're coming in the morning, we say in Bekas HaTorah, and then everybody's going to walk, Tosfot say half a day, or maybe a little bit of half a day, nobody has Navamina, that nobody's learning, nobody has Navamina, that the day can pass, will not be Mahal Terosecho, Kolayom Misichosi. But they might say, how come we're not making Bekas HaTorah again when we are coming back from the learning? And then the Chacham Elunel bring the Yerushalmi. The Yerushalmi say, when we're learning and we say in Birkas Avasoilom, das war Vehu de Shana Alata, Piru, Tois answer, Pirush le Altar after the learn. And on this Yerushalmi we have two questions. The first question is, first of all, do we need to learn right away after that we're making Birkas HaTorah? Do we need to have a chalas? Do we need to have be'emes, like every bracha, like every mitzvah? We need to have a bracha that is a Birkas HaMitzvahs, and then we need to learn. And the second question is, what's something about the hefsek, and when do we doing, and when was the hefsek about the learning? The question is old. You don't need me for that, and it's only to be mechayer and to remember the importance of the learning. Mishnah bring down. Also, if you have a machlokes between the Rambam and the Ramban, if Birkas HaTorah is the Raisa or is not the Raisa, the first, second, third, but the Mishnah bring down that the Ramban says the Raisa, the Gemara Nidarim say Alma Abda Haaretz, where the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, Shelo Bachu Batorat Chilem from the stars. Also, if we say that be'emes, it's a mitzvah derabanan, but that's showing the proof and the importance of the Torah. That's why we have to be careful how much Torah is important in the Birkas HaTorah. That's why we have to be extra careful. And the Tosafot answered the Yerushalmi two answers. First of all, that they make the Bavli is cholek on the Yerushalmi. And we don't need to be shonei alatar. That's why it's not bring down on the Bavli, because in the Bavli is not old, can make a bracha, and not learning, and not doing anything. Tosafot second answer say, also if you want to say that be'emet we are mechuyav and to learn, and the bracha it's be'emet that is only on Avasoilom. Why? Because the ikar brachas of Avasoilom was not nitkan on Birkas HaTorah. It was only shown Avasoilom that is not the brachas of Kriyat Shema. That's why you need to, if you want to show that the bracha is applying on the Torah, you have to make a mice. But the mice say that we don't need. The question is, what happened with the second question? What's happening with the hefsek? How does it answer the question about hefsek? Tosafot only answer the question about v'shonei alatar, v'chiyuv or not. But in mice after that you learn, you go back to walk, and you go back to walk. What happened? How come that you are not be'emet need to be choizer on the Torah? The Rosh, Rabbi Yonah, and we need to answer that when a man is going and he's walking, he's all his day, he's thinking about Torah in the morning, Torah in the afternoon, Torah at night. The Rishonim say also when you go in shower, you have halaches. When you go to Beis HaKiseh, you have also halaches. That's why the Torah go with you at every moment. The question is, what happened? Do we post like the Torah or not? The Tosafot answer in the end, and they bring the Chacham Tzarfati. Tosafot was known about his friends were split in two ways. It was the Provence, that it was the south of France, and it was the middle way, that it was the Rimi Paris, the Bichiat Paris, that it was all the Tosafot was Rabbi Avraham Minahar, that it was lower and the south of France. The Baalei Tzarfatim, they say, it's true. That's why what we're doing, that's why we're doing every morning, we say a bracha, say the Mishnah, to be ready and mekayem the mitzvah of Talmud Torah. Famous Rabbi Yonah. Rabbi Yonah is asking, say usually by the Jewish people, Vayerev vayiboker yom echad, night and then the day. Say Rabbi Yonah, why Chachamim accounting Rabbenutam, that he said the bracha is niskan to 24 hours as Rabbenutam. How come the Chacham was not mesaken a bracha at night, asher b'chobanu, and then we'll learn the night, and then we'll learn the whole day, and every night it will be a new bracha? How come Chachamim was making a bracha in the morning, and then the night would follow by the day? You know that you have a question, how come our Siddur is starting with Shachris? The Siddur was supposed to start with Mari, Vayerev vayiboker. How come we say Shachris Mincha Mari? Supposed to say Mari, Shachris and Mincha, Vayerev vayiboker. The first one to make our Siddur Shachris Mincha Mari was Rav Saadia Gaon. And the Talmidim of Rabbi Sadia go on, they ask him, how come they make a siddur Shachis Mincha Mari? Supposed to say, Sham Arvi, Shachis and Mincha. Rabbi Sadia go on answer and say, because Tefillah can get Korbanos Tiknun and a Korban the night is going after the day and not before the day. That's why to be remembered that Tefillah can get Korbanos, that is Shachis Mincha Mari. But that doesn't answer the question about Birkas HaTefillah, Birkas HaTorah. Birkas HaTorah is a different mitzvah compared to Birkas HaTefillah of David. Say Rabbi Yonah, Meridik Chidush. He said that Be'emet, you have a chiyuv of learning at every moment, at every second. Cannot eat, cannot drink, cannot do anything. And man is a chiyuv of learning, you have a chiyuv at every moment to be learning. How come that you Be'emet, stopping and eating, drinking, taking a shower, making mikveh, all that is a good sache. But he's missing the mitzvah. He was teroso munuso. He was not losing a second of learning. How come we playing around? Answer Rabbi Yonah that you know at night, because that is the Beis HaMidrash tonight, is better to be creating a place of learning day and night. You're not making good things. You're not giving a gift to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Say Rabbi Yonah, you're only paying back the chiyuv. Because today you borrow time, today is there. You borrow time because you are eating, you are drinking, you want to walk, and the minutes and the time that you borrow, you have to pay back. When are you paying back the time? At the night. And say Rabbi Yonah, that's why the night is followed by the day, and not the night, the day is followed by the night. Because the night is a chiyuv of piron, of the chiyuv of Talmud Torah. That's why we have to know that at night when we're coming and learning, we only porei our chov. We are porei our chov of chiyuv. That's why we have, and we're here to porei the chov of Talmud Torah. You have a big machlokes and the achronim about Shena, the Rosh, Shena Sayoim, Shena Salayla. How much is called Shena to be be'emet, niftar, and to be mechayev again on Talmud Torah. According to the Rambam, the Rabbi Mutam, it's be'emet that you have no chiyuv, you can sleep the whole night and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning also and say you got to learn and you don't need to make Birkas HaTorah again. Someone during the day, you also don't. That if someone was be'emet sleeping in the day, when he's coming in the morning, that you have to be sure that he's repeating the bracha because he have a headache because he slept during the day. But the man said the man tirutz is bringing the Magen Giborim. The Magen Giborim say the famous tirutz and say that you have 3 kind of brachas. You have Birkas HaTorah, you have Birkas HaMitzvahs, you have Birkas HaNe'enim, and you have Birkas HaShema. Like Rambam, the Ramban, and Mitzvah Zayin say that the Torah, when we say the bracha, is a bracha because be'emet is a bracha of Shevach, of the Matana HaKadosh Baruch Hu give it to us to learn in the Torah. Reb Chibaiger mentioned in the Shibbeis in brachas. He say in the Hakdome on the Sham Shmatzer by Shumal Odbach, Zichron HaLivrocho, say something very interesting. Whoever knows, in every yeshiva who learn the Kibbutz. Was once a yeshiva opened in Tanger, in Morocco. Whoever knows that he was a yeshiva was opened by Rav Yisroel Meir and Rav Zisha Vladimir. Both of them opened the yeshiva. Rav Yisroel Meir, he wants to start Meyahu, Rav Dessler, wanted to have Bachim from Getzel, to have Bachim to be opening the yeshiva. Rav Dessler didn't want to give him any bachim. B'shum panim v'ofan, he wanted to give him any bachim to open the yeshiva. The bachim stay in Getzel, they will not move from Getzel. Rabbi Yisroel Meir pleaded for the yeshiva for 3 days and 3 nights. He get crazy, Rav Dessler, till Rav Dessler said, okay, let me sit down with you. And he said, before we continue, I would like to ask you one question. do you go to learn in your yeshiva Reb Kiva Eger? So what? So if you learn Reb Kiva Eger, it's a Taka yeshiva. If you don't learn Reb Kiva Eger, it's not a yeshiva, I don't know something like this. And he said, for sure, we go to learn Reb Kiva Eger. And then that's why he sent Bachim, and then the yeshiva was open for almost 20 years. And saved Kenai Nora. Rav Wagner said once, I have over 20,000 Bachurim and Talmidim from this yeshiva. I said, it's true, that's what he said. He said, over 20,000 Bachurim. My father learned Rabbi Yonah learned. My father was learning in Sandal Yeshiva with Rav Wagner. And all these people were Talmidim from Rav Wagner. Say the Pasuk, the Gadus will be here, Lo Me'asim Velo Ge'alti. Say on the name of the Gdolim, what means Lo Me'asim Velo Ge'alti? Lo Me'asim is the Psois and Shashmatz. Velo Ge'alti Reb Kiva Eger. How be able to learn and to pray the Gadus and to be the Torah? It's only to the Zis of the Torah. And then that you have no Torah, never. Mamash is a never. How come he can step outside and leave and he have on his face all the trouble of his life to be able to continue Galus, his own Torah. And he said, Lo Me'asim Ashmatz Velo Ge'alti Reb Kiva Eger. That's the way of learning. Also the things. You learn. Reb Kiva Eger said, we have two kinds of brachos. You have Birkas HaNe'enim and you have Birkas HaMitzvos. So what is the difference between Birkas HaNe'enim and Birkas HaMitzvos? Said the Gemara say, Asur le'adam she'itov, the Gemara is learning that the brachos of the hay. The Gemara say a man is not allowed to taste any food without eating, without making a bracha. Friend of Kiva Eger, if that is the same with mitzvah, if a man, it was maniach tefillin, a man was putting a mezuzah, if it was over on the same Isro to be be'emet, that Isro to be mekayim mitzvah with the bracha, or we say brachas and me'atvos, and that is a plus. You're making a bracha, you're adding a kron in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but the mitzvah is a mitzvah. Kiva Eger is holding that be'emet the chiyuv of mitzvahs of fruits and healing is in a different way. It's also to eat. But the mitzvah is not an issue. I want to show you that maybe the Rambam is not holding like that. And that's for the Rambam, it's a very good to answer a very shver kash on the Rambam. On the one side, the Rambam, he says that we are posting like the Chachmei Tzarfati, that be'emet we need to learn the altar. When a man is learning, he has to say the brachos, and then the Rambam say, and he say that we need to mention, and then we have to learn, and the Rambam say, Tzavez Bnei Israel, ויש מקומות שקוראים שתיהם, וקוראים ברוקים, והלכות, משנה ובראיס. The Rambam say we have to hold that maybe the bracha have to be also chala with the limud of Torah. If not, we cannot be kayam the bracha. On the other side, the Rambam in the mention that he have any hefsek, any yesechadas on the mitzvahs. Why? If you only that we need to be shoni alata, meaning you only that you have a sechadas. If you have a sechadas, how come that when I go to work, when I come that I go to do my stuff, I go to my shower, I do whatever I want, that I don't need to be be'emes and to don't make a sechadas in the brach. Many of the Achronim want to say is depending on the nusach of the brach. You have a machlekes between Sfardim and the Ashkenazim, we say la'asot b'divrei Torah, or asher kidishon v'tzivanu al divrei Torah, or different nusach. The Rambam is not learning al la'asot, because the bracha is not on the oisek, is all divrei Torah, like the Magen Gibor and the Birkas Hashvach, and not the Birkas, or Birkas HaNe'enim, the Birkas HaMitzvah in a different way. I want to ask you another question. The Rambam, whoever learned, especially the Chabad, the Rebbe was, Baruch Hashem, Magzir HaTorah Liyoshna on the Rambam, according to Pnei Menachem, on one of the first union of the Rambam. Remember, say that how come we have to know that today you can go on everywhere can ask questions on Zrika, on Korbanos, on coaching, the younger Bachim, they know. He said that the Chafetz Chaim was need to create a koilel of coaching. Baruch Hashem today, you can speak to many younger life, of so many yonim, that Bichlal, many people that have no knowledge because they learn the Rambam. The Rambam, you know, adding a word, and he's be careful, the Rishon Azor, like it's mentioned, and the Rambam on the Perek Zayin, al Chayut al Chayut Aleph, Lechara, the Rambam is repeating himself. The Rambam say, המשכים לקרוא בתורה, קודם שיקרא קראת שמע, בין קרא בתורה שבכתב, לגמר י"א עמוד ב', שבעל פה נוטל ידיו מברך, שלוש ברכות ואחר הכל רב אלוהים. The Rambam say three brachos. Under the Chayit Aleph, the Rambam say again, בכל יום חייב אדם לברך שלוש brachos. I don't understand. You just said it before. Under the Chayut, that we have to say three brachos. How come on the Chayit Aleph, you repeat yourself and say again, you have to make three brachos. What does three brachos have to do? And the Rambam, on the first halachas, the Rambam don't mention that we have to Bushoni Alata on the second halacha of Perek Yud. The Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, or the Minchat Shlomo, is answering the question to Rav Tzvi Safran. And on the Shaila, he said to Rav Tzvi Safran, Shomati והבנתי מכבוד הרב that you are mashve the birkas hanehenim and birkas HaTorah in the same way birkas HaMitzvos. And the Rav Shlomo Zalman, he wants to say, how come the Rav Shveiger said that before we have a different way? The Rambam on Minchas Broches, Perek Aleph Halacha Bet, said the following: מדברי סופרים לברך על כל מאחר ואחר כך ייהנה ממנו ואפילו מתכוון לאכול או לשתות כל שהוא מברך וכך ייהנה, eating, drinking, and then you נהנה, רמב"ם continue, וכן מדברי סופרים לברך על כל מה שיאכל וכל מה שישתה והוא שישתה רביעית, אין את הרמב"ם על החגים הזה. וכשם שמבורכים על הנויה, so the Rambam said that you are מבורך על הנויה, כך מבורכים על כל מצווה ומצווה ואחר יעשה עושה. Reb Kibayger say that you have a difference between Birkas HaMitzvos and Birkas HaNehenim. Birkas HaNehenim is an Isro to do anything and to eat and to be nehenem from any mitzvah. How come the Rambam is mentioning and he say Keshem, the same way that we're doing a bracha on Birkas HaNehenim, we have a bracha on Chiyuv of Birkas HaMitzvos. Rav Tzvi Pesach can understand, and also Rav Chaim Brisk understand that the Rambam is like Rabbi Kibayger. And Rabbi Kibayger was going according to different shita, but on the Rambam way is mamash a different chiyuv. We have two different ways of brachas. We have a chiyuv on bracha, the Rambam is holding that be'emet it's asur to learn, and you have no way that every mitzvah need to be be'emet with the bracha before. They said that we have Birkas HaNehenim and we have to learn and we have to do the mitzvah, and if not we are over on the Isur Laka Davar HaNehenim, the Zorbe for a mitzvah. That's why the Rambam is holding. They have two different brachas in Birkas HaTorah. The first, the Rambam say that why we learning in the morning is not because we need not to make a hefsek, because the learning is that the bracha will apply. They say that you're eating, that you need to make a bracha, that is not learning, is not. The emet is part of the limud Torah. The learning and is the bracha is not a mevarech that I'm learning. I'm learning because I'm mevarech. The bracha, the bracha is a potter and is a yotze of the bracha. Beside of that, we have a different chiyuv, like Abulutam mentioned, that's behemet every man, also that you learn, or you don't learn, then you have a chiyuv, like we say, Hashem, I'm not going to say Biblina, so you make Chivrim, you make a brach. It's a two different chiyuvim. That's what the Rambam say, one is part of the chiyuv of limud, and the second is a chiyuv of brachas. And that's why you have two different halachas, one in a chayud and one in a chayud aleph. And if you want to find a mekor on this halacha that you have two different brachas on the same learning, is a das Rashi bring down on the Agos Maimonides and on the Sarasha. The Agos Maimonides bring on the Rambam the following. So the Katan read B'tshuva פסקי הרב שמעון תלמידו של רש"י, שרש"י כשהיה משכין ניקחות בתורה היה מברך. Rashi was learning, he was wake up in the morning, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, right away he was making a bracha. Then Rashi, what do you think he's doing? He didn't go back to sleep, he went back to shul, וכשהיה בא לבית הכנסת ואומר ברכות חוזר ומברך. The Rashi was repeating the brachas. But understand, all the Mefarshim they ask, why? And Rav Shimon say, the same way we are mevarech again when we are koire v'toire on the Sefer Torah, we're sitting again the bracha. That's why we're saying what he's asking. One is the kavod the tzibur. The other is saying you have no hefsek when you make the bracha. The answer is that Rashi want to learn. To be able to learn, then Rashi was mevarech. They said that you're eating an apple, that he was a chiyuv of making a bracha. But then you have another chiyuv, not the chiyuv of learning. You have a chiyuv of bracha. Because every Yid, every single morning needs to make birkas HaTorah. That's why the Rambam say you have 2 different ways. That's why you have no hefsek. That birkas HaTorah was on niskan on the hefsek. Birkas HaTorah was niskan on 2 ways. Or because you want to learn. The same way that you want to eat apple, you have to make a bracha. Oh, because you are a Yid, that's every Yid to make brachas today. That's why he's making a bracha, and that's why he has to make again the second time the bracha. That's why the Rambam and the Alachayut say mevarech gimel brachas, and that's why the Alachayut and the Rambam again say mevarech gimel brachas, because you have 2 kinds of chiyuvim, and one not holding like the tzafotim, like the shoni alata, and that's why you have no hefsek, and that's why we can go and we can continue, and the bracha is a bracha, because the same that we have the kasaneni, and the same on the nehenim we have the chiyuv of eating, the same of Torah, you have the chiyuv of birkas HaTorah. Find it, according to Rambam, learn chashivus HaTorah, that the only mitzvahs that Chachamim was kovea, that on every mitzvah is a chiyuv. Can you imagine that? Not 1, not 2, but 3 brachas. Achashuv is the Torah. Achashuv is the Torah. Why? Because kihem chayenu, v'orich yomenu, uvohem nege, yomam v'loilo. It will be zoche zayin, to mahafter osecho, to learn Torah. Not some time, not 1 hour, but kolayah misichos. All of us, all our life will be steigen, learning, feeling, eating, drinking, learning. Our life will be Be'ezar Hashem, Jazar Hashem, with Siyata Dishmaya, with the Torah HaKadosha, and we as a girl will never be Amen.
Thank you very much. All the Hoshim and Abonim that joined us, and all the Kol HaKodesh Hazeh. The Mitzvah Hashem will go right afterwards, we'll go Mayim, and we'll continue with Hashem into the week, day by day, till learning Torah, Kvinus B'Torah, Chaspus in Torah. Like that's what's going to bring the Gula Mitzvah Shleim Meher Me'Yemeinu Mamash.
Oh, because he was a new chiyuv. Time said the next morning. Yeah, the last was the Rishonim bring down Rashi, the Maimonides in the house. Sorry, I was.